Hello folks, happy Friday. It's October 23rd, and that's the day when the Apache Ignite community has officially announced the version of Ignite 2.9. So in the next few minutes, let me walk you through the top 3 changes of the release. Those are my top 3 changes, and you might have a different reason of why you would migrate to Ignite 2.9. Anyway, let's see what I like this release for. And we are starting with brand new technical documentation that you see on my screen right now. This documentation is hosted on the Ignite website, and that's not a blatant copy-paste from the previous documentation engine. We rewrote many pages, we grouped and regrouped a lot of the content so that you can always expedite your Ignite development, and you can always expedite troubleshooting optimization of your Apache Ignite clusters. And let's use this new technical documentation to discover those 3 notable changes of Ignite 2.9. And we are starting with the cluster snapshots. You know that Apache Ignite is used not only as a cache, but many of us deploy Ignite as a distributed database that keeps data both on disk and in memory. In this configuration, you need to have some snapshotting of backups capabilities. And with the Ignite 2.9 release, the community has added an open source version of snapshots to Ignite. So right now, whenever you are using Ignite with the native persistence, always consider this feature, because your data is stored on disk right now, but the disks are not eternal. They will wear out and they will fail at some point in time. But if you have cluster snapshots, backups, you always will be able to restore your cluster to a consistent state. All right, cluster snapshots, keep them in mind. The next feature, oh yeah, that one is big. Tracing. So with tracing, you can instrument various operations that are being executed from your application side or the Ignite cluster. Let me give you the following example. Let's say that your application generates thousands of different transactions a second, and then suddenly you see a latency spike. Performance of your transactions, is stumbling, and you're sitting and can't figure out what's going wrong, who is guilty, whom should I blame for this performance degradation? Is the issue on the application side or on the cluster side or somewhere in the between? And with the tracing, you can introspect the execution times across, starting from your application side and ending on all the cluster nodes that were involved in a particular transaction. And that will help you to quickly identify a problematic point, the point that causes that bottleneck and causes that performance degradation. So use this feature. Many more components of Ignite will be enabling the tracing. So right now it's supported for discovery, transactions, exchange, and communication protocols. And the other final big addition to the Apache Ignite 2.9 release is related to the thin clients. Let me open the overview page of the thin clients, because here I can talk about these following things. So we have added cluster APIs, compute APIs, and services APIs to the thin client protocol. And with this release, clustering APIs, compute and services invocations are already supported by the Java thin client. And when it comes to the .NET thin client, that one supported clustering APIs and compute as well. So what it means for you? So right now you're not limited by the SQL capabilities or key value capabilities of those thin clients. You can execute the compute tasks, or you can do services invocations. And here is whenever you see no for any other thin client protocols, what can you do about that? You can come to the community and vote up, asking us to support compute or services APIs for, let's say, Python or Node.js, or even better, you can come and contribute, because as long as these features are already supported for Java and .NET, it means that at the protocol level, everything is ready for other clients. So come and implement that protocol, those features for the other languages. All right, those were 3 primary changes of why I would migrate to Ignite 2.9. Cluster snapshots, number 1. Number 2 is tracing. And number 3, extra features that were added to the thin clients, such as clustering API, compute, and services. Check the rest of the release notes, because you might find some other convincing points of why you would move to Ignite 2.9. Have fun, stay safe, and see you soon. Bye bye.